There are three main reasons that I like to go through as to why the deadlift is really dumb for muscle building. Reason number one, concentric. A lot of people basically just pick the bar up and drop it, right? You're not taking the muscle through the length and range of motion. You're just doing a concentric. Think of a bicep curl. I grab the dumbbell and then I drop the dumbbell. I grab the dumbbell, pull it up, and then I drop it. Really dumb, right? You would never do that. You would go all the way down, stretch the muscle out, and then bring it back in. Reason number two, limited range of motion. So when you're thinking of joint angles and fancy words like that, right? So most people when they deadlift, simple here, right? Your knee flexion is about this. Your hips are kind of piked, kind of bent. For your quads, for full knee flexion, for full range of motion for your quad, something more like this. Whose deadlift looks like that? Nobody. So one, limited range of motion for the quads. For the glutes, your glutes, take your foot from here all the way behind you. Does your deadlift do that? Foot from here, all the way behind you. No, limited range of motion for the glutes. Erectors, taking your back from here, all the way back. Pretty good erector exercise, but overall, limited range of motion, kind of sucks. Problem number three, grip. So a lot of people, they just rep out whatever they're doing for powerlifting, they're just deadlifting, whatever. Forearms are blowing up. Oh God, forearms, can't hang on the bar, right? What do you think is getting a better workout? Your posterior chain or your forearms? Your forearms. So a lot of people, their forearms will blow up before the posterior chain ever does, and so that's why your deadlift always sucks and your forearms are always huge. Solutions for the deadlift, how to fix this. Control the weight down, right? Ma'am, you're not invited this time. Control the weight down. So we pick the bar up. Very similar to one of my favorite posterior chain exercises, RDL. So I control the weight back down, right? I'm stretching out those muscles, creating tension. I either tap the ground, I stop before the ground, and then I come back up, right? That full range of motion, we're working on the glutes, the hamstrings, and the erectors. Makes it easy. Second and third solution, snatch or deficit. So snatch grip or a deficit from the floor. So basically with your snatch grip, you're widening it out, you get more range of motion now because you have to be closer to the bar on the ground. So your normal deadlift setup would be here, let's say. You have to actually bend your legs a little bit more. So a little bit more range of motion for the quads, a little bit more range of motion for the glutes potentially. And then, if you want to get real funky, you can throw a plate underneath your feet. So now, you're basically like this. But you know what you still should do instead? Just squat. What a deadlift is, the test of strength. Very terminally consistent, right? You either picked the bar up and stood up with it, or you didn't. That's why powerlifters use it, that's why they love it. But there are plenty of other ways to build muscle and take your muscles through full range of motion besides the deadlift.